How can I trust you when I know you're hiding something? You think the less you say, the less you give away. But really, it's the opposite.
How old are you?
10.
You don't sound like you're 10.
Thank you.
Trust me, they lay it on even thicker than that. Howdy, y'all. I'm Adam the Renaissance Nerd, and we are several days past the premiere of Obi-Wan Kenobi and all the disaster that is unfolding from it. Now, there are many ways with which we can dissect what's been going on. We could talk about Reva. We could talk about the glaring plot hole errors. We could talk about the lack of music. We could talk about the inconsistencies to the actual Star Wars canon lore. Or we could do what I'm going to do today, and we're going to focus on Leia. Now, I love Leia Organa Solo. She's part of the Holy Trinity. She's Leia, Princess Leia. We all love real Princess Leia, and if you are an EU fan, you know how great her destiny is. But there's a difference between loving Leia and trying to use her to replace Luke Skywalker, because let us not forget that those involved at current day Disney Lucasfilm, they hate Luke Skywalker. The evidence has been there. We know about it. All you have to do is look how they treated Luke in the sequel trilogy. They turned him into Jake Skywalker. Here in this channel and in similar channels, we love Luke, we love Leia, we love Han, we love actual Star Wars. Obi-Wan Kenobi TV show is not real Star Wars. And they use every ounce of moment they can to try and convince you that Leia's better than Luke, because again, they hate Luke Skywalker. And this show is all about convincing you how useless Luke is. But we're not going to look at the show. You want to see see how I feel about that? Go check out my reviews. We're going to talk about today how the shill media rush, because they love this narrative. They love the narrative that Luke sucks and Leia is great. They will even dig into a 20-year-old comic to try and make their case. But it starts right here, because you can see right away, Shill BR, one of the shilliest of the shills, Obi-Wan Kenobi proves Leia was always strong with the Force. There are moments in these two episodes where Leia talks as though she can sense what people are feeling. Now, Leia was always Force sensitive, but it was unawakened, untriggered, and it doesn't really come into existence until the end of Empire Strikes Back when Luke reaches out to her. Other than that, until then, Leia is not using the Force, not instinctually, not overtly. It's not a part of her character until then, until we begin to see the revelations that she is a Skywalker. But these shows want to show you that Leia was always better than Luke. Leia's Force abilities have always come second to her brother Luke's in the eyes of the Star Wars saga. See? Look how they open with that. Obi-Wan Kenobi looks to correct the record because, see, they want to make the case that Leia, her secondary status in Star Wars to Luke, is a crime and needs to be corrected. Her arrival in the first episodes of Obi-Wan Kenobi is an effort to more clearly define how her Force abilities manifest, i.e., this is Disney monkeying with the lore, changing things to fit their intersectional feminist narrative, because they turn Leia into little girl boss in training during these episodes. And according to an intriguing theory posed by Jedi Heretic on Tumblr, oh yes, let's go to Tumblr. Let's go to Tumblr to hear what an actual Star Wars fan has to say. Tumblr, a center of true fandom. No, Tumblr, a center of sleaze and disgusting behavior.
What an incredible smell you've discovered!
They are far more pervasive than they may seem. Leia's political skills and ability to persuade others may stem from more than just a silver tongue, and they may have manifested very early. So throughout the show, she seems to say Oh, incredibly.
Why, you stuck-up, half-witted, scruffy-looking nerve herder.
Who's scruffy looking?
Insightful things to generate astonishment from the older people she's communicating with, and oh, whoa, she's wise beyond her years. So the show goes to great lengths to hint that force is strong in Leia, even at 10 years old, while Luke is just sitting there on the roof of a house, pretending he's on a speeder. Doesn't stop there. Polygon. The best thing about Obi-Wan Kenobi is a frustratingly enormous spoiler. In Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back, Jedi Master Yoda tells Luke Skywalker not to judge others based on appearances, which is a little rich coming from a guy who spent his first hour with the kid pretending to be a senile bog hobbit. Oh, you're so funny. No, you're not. After the premiere of Obi-Wan, viewers might be feeling similar mix of emotions. It's a great reveal, well-crafted, smartly executed, and full of promise. Like Luke, viewers will probably be very excited to realize they have already found the Jedi they were sent to look for, metaphorically. But it does raise a question of why the show's marketing fainted in the first place. There was no fainting. We all knew that Leia Organa was in here. Leia Organa, 10-year-old Leia Organa, and old Ben Kenobi. He's not really that old. He doesn't look like old Ben. Again, failure of Disney. Is her only hope. One could joke that this is the future of the Star Wars television handed down by The Mandalorian. Jaded outcast meets adorable child. An adventure ensues, except that a very careful specificity of Obi-Wan's exploration of Leia and Blair's exceptional performance of it immediately speak for themselves. It just goes on to basically make the case that Leia's great. She's not just precocious little smart Kevonti, but more emotionally savvy than most adults around her. A 10-year-old. Boomer! Excuse me. You know, when we cover stuff like this, I get a little frog on my throat and it has to come out. Boomer! Oh, jeez. She's 10. Treat her like a 10-year-old. She should be an afraid child in all this, not, I have insight to every little thing that's going on. I'm smarter than you. Woo! No, but they want to push that. Not only from that, but they want to make it that Leia was better than Luke. Because Obi-Wan Kenobi twist finally does justice to a classic Star Wars character. She is just as important as he is. But then something unexpected out of nowhere happens. Our perspective suddenly shifts to young Leia Organa, who's living out her life as a reluctant royal on the planet Alderaan. This newfound focus on Leia wasn't publicized much beforehand. No, but everybody knew it because the leaks were out there, and as soon as we knew they were casting little girl Leia, we knew what was coming. You stupid shills. To the surprise comes as a welcome change for a franchise all too often defines itself through her brother. Luke's great and all, but for far too long, misogyny has pushed Leia aside in favor of the other Skywalker twin. So there we go. They hate Luke. Leia has to be the chosen one because Shill ran 8 times Leia stole the show. We're not going to go through them all, but it's when she pranked her parents, when she bonded with her droid Lola. Oh, isn't she great? She treats droids like people. When she insulted her cousin, when she stood up to the male misogynist bully who's representative of the patriarchy. When she took her abductors on a wild goose, the fact that they have to highlight that she went through the chase through the woods where you have adult men pretending not to catch a tiny little 10-year-old girl who can barely run to save her life. The fact they say that it's such a good thing when she stole the show. No, she ruined the show. That is one of the most common attacks on the show right now. The chase scenes. It's pathetic. It looks like we are going to go through all these. When she stood up to the bounty hunter, oh, look at her. My daddy's coming with an army. Oh, my God. When she asked Obi-Wan too many questions because she's smarter, she's more insightful. When she protested being called Your Highness. Oh, isn't that funny? Don't call me that. Trying to member bury us to win Han basically makes fun of her because, you know, it's the pulling the pigtails type of thing. And then, of course, when she reminded Obi-Wan of Padme, member berries.
Yeah, member addicts?
Remember TIE fighters? Oh, remember Jawas? Remember Tatooine? Remember the torture droid?
Shill puts this out today. They had to go back 20 years to a Dark Horse limited comic series to point out how, in an alternate timeline, Leia was a better Jedi than Luke. Bottom line, they hate Luke Skywalker. They've always hated Luke Skywalker. And they will do everything possible to destroy him. It's not enough that they destroyed him in the sequel trilogy, which isn't real Star Wars, but it's the Star Wars that the normies think is real. That's why this channel exists, and others to break that myth. Because here's how ignorant these people are. All they understand as fake Star Wars fans is Leia in the Force, Leia in the Force, Leia in the Force. She needs to be a better Jedi than her brother. She should have been the chosen one. No, what they fail to understand is that in real Star Wars, in the expanded universe, Leia was more than just a Skywalker. She was one of the instrumental parts of solidifying the strength of the New Republic in its infancy. She was a diplomat, ambassador. Then she was a minister, part of Mon Mothma's cabinet. And eventually, she was chief of state for the New Republic. While Luke is doing his thing with the Jedi Academy, Leia is holding the galaxy together as chief of state to the New Republic. But Disney Star Wars doesn't get that. You see, when they got their chance to put Carrie Fisher back on screen, no, let's not have her be wielding power in the government. No, let's make her a random General Leia for a ragtag part of whatever they had going on against the First Order. They don't understand the concept of an actual strong example of Leia. But that's just part of Leia's destiny. Because yes, Leia does become a Jedi eventually when her tenure, when her term of service ends as a member of the New Republic government. She trains to become a Jedi. She puts the time in and becomes a great Jedi. And she doesn't train with Luke. She trains with other masters at that point. To eventually, and I'm going to bring this up because I love the artwork on this book, the final book in the EU, Crucible. Let's just look at the artwork right here. That is the Leia you eventually get, standing side by side with her husband and their Grand Master, Luke Skywalker. But that's Leia. Leia does not get sidelined in the EU. Leia is not overshadowed by Luke in the EU. Leia has her own great destiny and her own great stories that come to pass. But Disney Star Wars doesn't get that. All they know is that they have to make Leia look like a better Jedi than her brother. They have to push these narratives that the shills are very thrilled and eager to do without actually understanding actual Star Wars lore, actual character growth and development. Because they're ignorant, because they threw it all out. And then they ran with the narrative that there aren't 800-page books that we can use for source material, while then pillaging said books for ideas and this and that. Double barrel F Disney Star Wars, double barrel Obi-Wan Kenobi show. This show's a disaster, and I can't wait till we get to the point where, after we've seen precocious and so wise beyond her years Leia be a better little child in danger than when Luke probably will be put in danger later in the show, and he'll probably be a cowering little man-child who will hide and have to be rescued, if the rumors are true, by Reva instead of Obi-Wan. All right, we're done here. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, a like would be very much appreciated. If you are new here, then I invite you to subscribe to me right here on YouTube, where I'm here to earn your trust and support using facts and logic, because facts and logic don't care about fifis. Hit the notification button, share my videos if you like what I'm preaching. By all means, leave comments. We can have different opinions and still get along. We're not stands and SJWs who are all cowards behind keyboards. I don't care what they think. I will never care what they think. In fact, I make fun of them a lot nowadays because they're weak-minded, easily affected by Jedi mind tricks. Thank you again for watching this video. Take it easy. Howdy, y'all. The first chapter of my fantasy novel, Guardian of Innocence, is now available for free. Click the link in the description below and join me in an old-school good versus evil story where Cole Larys, a disillusioned mercenary, suddenly finds himself dropped into the middle of a destiny he never asked for as the protector of Jania Sarai, a blacksmith's daughter who may hold the answers to finally stopping a millennia-old threat to the world of Rosetta. Cole's perceptions of love, family, trust, loyalty, as well as his very beliefs in fate versus free will shall be tested as he struggles to keep Jania safe from the minions of the dreaded Zabor Tal, former champion of the gods and now ruler of the long-forgotten Yis Empire. Click the link below, enjoy the first chapter, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and help it grow so that I can bring you the full story in the near future. Thank you, and enjoy the video. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you want to get in touch with me, you can reach out to me at therentnerd@gmail.com. That email's for channel business only, so I check it on a daily basis. Also, you can find me at the Geeks and Gamers forums under @ROAS, and you can find me at Rumble and Odyssey, The Renaissance Nerd. Thank you again. See you next time.